What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, we get to finally talk about some good news. I mean, you guys are seeing this video probably in the early AM. I'm recording them all kind of as a batch type thing, but it's been a day. You know, we got a lot of negativity. You got a studio, actually 3 studios that WB closes. You got Wonder Woman, you know, that game being canceled. I made another video about Fable being delayed. That one's not as big of a deal as, you know, a game being completely, kicked to the curb. But this one's some good news. Now, it's a little bit of a mystery, right? Which makes sense with Silent Hill, with Bloober Team. It's good to have a little mystery. Bloober Team has signed on with Konami to do something else. That is the long and short of it. They have another strategic partnership. You got all of the investor type lingo. It aligns with goals and other kind of things. I'm paraphrasing, of course, but honestly, this is great news. I've said this 1,000 times. I think a lot of people have said this. It's important to bring it up for here. What a freaking redemption arc, Bloober Team had. There was reason for the skepticism, okay? They had an uphill climb. They were in a prove-it situation with Silent Hill 2 Remake, but man, they deserve it. They deserved everything they got because of Silent Hill 2 Remake. So let me just, say that again. But at the same time, I would say this is probably Silent Hill, okay? Now, it could be quite obvious, right? Because, all right, they're working with Konami again. They say in the press release, basically it's because of Silent Hill 2. Like, it gave them confidence. It gave Konami more confidence in them. It aligns, so on, some of the corporate stuff. But here's the real 2 options to me, right? I guess technically it doesn't have to be Silent Hill. I think it probably is. The only other big, and I've mentioned this before, I've done videos on it, Castlevania. You think of Metal Gear, Castlevania, and Silent Hill. Those are like the big 3. Those are the ones that Konami has talked about in the past, wanting to bring back. We've gotten the redemption arc, or trying to, of 2 of them, right? Metal Gear Solid 3, I think, is going to do it for Metal Gear, by the way. But you got those 2. Castlevania is waiting. Now, I did make a video just a few weeks ago. There was a rumor about a Castlevania game being announced in 2025. Freaking love it. Give me Symphony of the Night remake. I don't think that's Bloober Team. Number 1, Bloober Team is working on, I believe, an original IP, right? So that's like their next thing. But then their next thing, or maybe the team that was working on Silent Hill 2, they would be working on whatever this is. So I'm going to eliminate anything but Silent Hill, okay? I feel like because they were awarded this contract because of Silent Hill 2 Remake, you're not going to give them Castlevania. Maybe, but probably not. So they're doing Silent Hill. We have heard rumors several times that Silent Hill 3 is next up. I am inclined to believe that. The only other option to me, I mean, there's like Silent Hill 1 remake, Silent Hill 3 remake. I'm going to lean 3. There's also the option of like an original story, a new Silent Hill game. Now, I am not opposed to that whatsoever. In fact, we've kind of seen this story. I mean, like Crash Bandicoot did it. You see this story quite often where companies are basically given like trial runs and remake a game, remaster a game, show us that you're capable of working within this framework. And once you prove yourself, you are allowed to make a new game in that franchise, right? You can almost have to earn it. And I don't mind that idea actually at all. I think that's actually rather smart. And we've seen it. I mean, I mentioned Crash is probably like one of the most big ones that we've seen in recent time, but there's plenty of them. So I don't hate that idea at all. I think that should probably be the goal. It's tough though because right, I think it's what Konami wants. Now that could be obvious, but if Konami is going into this thinking, man, we crushed it. They crushed it, but we also crushed it with Silent Hill 2 Remake. Like, what's the next game we want to remake? The thing is, like, where is their split, right? Because we know there's like there have been a couple original Silent Hill projects, right? But you also have Silent Hill F, and you had a few in the past, Townfall, so what quota do you want to reach? Like, do you want more remakes? Do you want another new story in the Silent Hill franchise? I feel like Bloober Team just worked really well with the remake, and you were probably going to want to roll the dice and say do it again. Let's see if we can do it twice in a row. The answer is probably yes, by the way, but that's probably like the mindset, at least to me. That's my prediction, is they'll be told to do, and I mean they'll gladly do it. It's not like they're being forced at gunpoint to do a Silent Hill 3 remake. I think eventually it should get to they just make their own Silent Hill game for Konami and they're just allowed to do whatever. That should be how they're building. But, sometimes that happens, sometimes that doesn't happen. So that's what I think is happening in the short term and also the long term. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure, as always, you're subscribed to the channel, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next one.